Welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Face shave time. I've been having some really good shaves of late. I'm getting better with the feather. I'm just slowly starting to get a real grip on wet shaving, to be honest with you. It's taken me 4 years to get to this point. There's been a lot of ups and downs in the shaving, a lot of ups and downs in life, and every shave I do now I sort of look forward to, and this has been a big part of that. The Feather Artist Club and straight razors, which will slowly enter the den, I think, as well, and I might try my hand at trying to hone and stuff like that eventually, but I'm certainly not in the same sort of frame of mind as Chris over at IAMCDB with regards to grabbing lots of straights and going through a straight face, which, to be fair, I've actually enjoyed watching. Same with Jack over at Virtual Groom Room, pulling the straights out quite often, albeit that Jack's straights are on a total different level to anything I'll ever own. Right, Good Vibrations from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Now this is Boardwalk Barbershop scent. I have turned a corner with barbershops. I didn't used to like them, I don't know why, but now I really love the scent. That sort of powdery cologne type scent. This one is probably, well, it's my second favourite sort of, but I still really like this. It's very different to the barbershop from Zingari-Man. I can't remember what it's called now. Wanderer, I think it's Wanderer. This one, it's a real resinous type thing happening. It's got that amber scent. Now, I didn't realise that amber isn't actually a scent, it's a creation of a scent. Now, amber, it's got that sort of thing going on. It's really powdery, it's sweet, it's almost cologne. It's just beautiful. I absolutely love it, I really do. The brush is soaking away in here, and it is my Grizzly Bay. Here's the Bay 26mm Fanchurian. I think the knot itself is sourced from that darn Rob. I think Rob Moffat from that darn Rob, and I can't remember the guy that makes Grizzly Bay brushes, but I think they're pretty close in terms of helping each other out with stuff. So I've just flicked out some of the excess, not all of it. I've still left the knot reasonably wet, and I'm going to whip it straight in here on top of the dry soap. I didn't soak the soap. I do find with Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements that the soap is generally reasonably soft anyway. Now this one is the Cocoa and Butter formula, Cocoa and Butter shave soap. So this isn't CK6, which is their latest formula. I'm not actually sure whether he does this in the CK6 formula, but I'm sure he would. I think that is his sort of Douglas and Fran. I think that's their across the board soap base now. Right, so that's me loaded. I'm not going to load any more. You can see how thick that is in the brush. It's a little bit caking down the sides. I'm just going to scoop out, I'll wipe my face first. And scoop out the excess, which there's not a lot of. And then rinse the soap out while it's filling the sink up. Very easy to work with this soap. The reason I'm using it today, I actually watched Jack over at the Virtual Groom Room use Oubliette, which is his favourite scent from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. This is my favourite. I've had a few, not loads. Cad was okay. I wasn't a major fan of Cad, which is a barbershop. It was probably out of all the barbershop scents, probably my least favourite, followed by Seville from Barrister Man, which everyone loves, and I just think it's nice. I don't think it's a game changer sort of scent. I do like it though, even though I'm a big Barrister and Man fan. I do have quite a few of the soaps, although I've seen some photographs recently of people with just an absolutely incredible amount of Barrister and Man soaps and splashes and everything. Right, let's just dip the whole brush. The water is so hot at the moment, and it's freezing outside. Well, it's not freezing. It's 25 degrees Celsius outside today, which for us is pretty cold. But in the morning and during the evenings, it's dropping below 10, which for us is cold. I mean, you've been living in sort of 30, 40 degrees for the last 6 months. That's cold. But the water seems to be really hot. Now I know the water comes through a boiler, so the boiler is warming it up. But I don't remember it being this warm out of the boiler last year. In the summer it gets hot just from the heat of the sun. See what I mean, how easy this is? I've just been sprinkling water on the brush knot. I'm just going to sprinkle some water on the top, paint it in. Wow. Just going to scoop that off the sides, pop it on the top. Really easy to work with, really nice soap. I generally always have a good shave with it. We'll see how we go today with the feather, but we are using the Feather Artist Club. I'm doing an I am CDB thing now. I'm using the feather, really enjoying it. This has done a head shave now as well. If you watch the head shave, it was a really, for me, very enjoyable head shave to knock off more than 2 weeks growth. But here we go. It's pretty hot in the bathroom today actually. Someone recommended to, once this blade starts getting not tuggy but it's not as smooth, to continue using it. Got the shakes today, wow. My daughter is doing something right now that really annoys me. And it might sound really petty, but I've spent a lot of time making dinner. Cutting all the veg up, boiling it, steaming it, sorting all the other bits and bobs out, the proteins and things. She sits down with her dinner and her phone rings and she just sits on her phone, nibbling on her fucking dinner. It just annoys the shit out of me. Is it just me? Maybe I'm just a fucking wanker. I just think when someone has went to the effort to make you something, as I do every day with them, you should at least respect it and sit and eat it. If you're not going to sit and eat it straight away, put it to the side, have your phone call and then come back and eat it. Don't sit and eat it on the phone. I'll tell you who else I watched recently. It was actually this morning. I watched Josh over at Shooting the Shave. Shooting the Shave. Really, really nice guy. Oh, do you know what? There's no real bad guys on YouTube, is there really? We're all just people you don't like just because you don't like them, but there's no real bad guys. But he used the wick in his classic shave. And I didn't realise how adept he was at using straight razors, and I mean he just blitzed round his face. Well, I was amazed. And it looked like he had an amazing shave as well. I do like those wicks, I like the idea of it, and having watched Johan over at Shaving Butcher, and Frank Stromberg, Matty Lindholm, all using, excuse me, using the wicks. I'm really quite intrigued by it. I like the idea that they are machine sharpened blades that, according to everyone that talks about them, are really smooth and actually the closest thing you'll ever get to the feeling of a real straight razor, a real home straight razor. Now, it's not a straight razor, but the closest you'll get from a... Oh, look at that. The scent is just beautiful. The slickness, the protection, you can see how much is left on there. I know there was a little bit of soap suds and a little bit of lather, but at that, it's still just incredible soap. And I'm one of the blokes that actually, I mean, I didn't know about the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements history of Douglas Smythe, the man that runs it. I mean, it's, for those of you that don't know, it's not actually his real name. It's like an alter ego for him. It's, I think, I don't know whether it was part of it, but I know he had some poor dealings with people before and was doing some stuff that maybe wasn't the best thing to do. I don't know the ins and outs of it. It was so long ago that I read into it. You can find it on Facebook, on the internet, sorry, not Facebook. You can read up on it if you wish. I can't remember his real name, but I think if you just type in who is Douglas Smythe of Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, I think there will be feeds that come up. But I think it all falls into the everyone deserves a second chance box. You know, everyone does business differently. Everyone's trying to survive as well. So it's a very cutthroat industry, I would say, as well. Albeit that most people would say it's not, and everyone's in it to help each other. Artisan brush makers seem to be the best of the best at helping each other out and giving people advice. I think it's amazing, because most sort of small businesses that have found niche ways of doing stuff wouldn't be interested in helping anyone at all. It's their thing. They can, sure, you know, you're giving away your secrets when you help, but they don't care. It's a very loyal fan base in this hobby. You know, when you find what you like, you stick to it. Like me with Barrister and Man. It's that sort of thing, you know. Right, here we go, cross the grain. I can't even grip my skin. I can do a little bit. I call that the Johan. I don't think it's Johan, I think it's Johan. Johan. I don't think you pronounce the H, I'm not sure. If you've watched my channel for long enough, you know I'm very much about trying to pronounce words and trying to pronounce people's languages and accents as best I can. I think a lot of that comes down to the fact that I spent my whole life with people pronouncing my surname incorrectly. For those of you that don't know, it's actually pronounced Maiden, but I've spent my whole life trying to change people. I've sort of given up now, I just can't be arsed. So I just go with Madden. Funny thing is, my nickname's always been Mads. So I wish I knew what I know now when I was younger. No, I wish I could do that on my left hand. Let's do the side first. Stop changing your routine, I've got to try and get in a good routine with this. I'm certainly getting better with it. Holding this in my left hand now doesn't feel quite as alien as it did the very first time I tried a straight or a Shavette. In fact, the first thing I ever used was a Proraso Shavette which albeit looked quite nice, it was very expensive. I mean, I actually got it at discount rate. That's my daughter shouting her head off now because the dogs are barking because my youngest has come home from school and she can't hear anyone on the phone while she's eating her dinner. Do you know what I mean? How fucking rude. So she will be educated. And given that I'm in a better headspace at the moment, it will be a nice education, but it will be stern, because as far as I'm concerned, it's not on. Whenever I'm having my dinner, I don't even have my phone next to me now when I'm having my dinner, or if I'm at the table, especially if I'm out with the wife, my phone either stays in the car or it goes in her bag under the table. I'm not interested in having it anywhere near me. God, it's freaking hot today in here, I tell you. Oh, the scent, so good. Oh. I'm just going to paint some water in actually. Right, let's finish off. I'll start on this side. Pretty good, pretty good. Right, the hope is I can go all the way down. I'm just going to try it. And what I'm doing, I'm just doing a little shh, 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 shh. Not bad, not bad. If I do say so myself, know what I mean, that no? Right. stand by it. I think the most important thing, you know, other than the angle, having the right angle, is to keep moving. Don't stop and stutter along, just be confident with it, let the razor go. One weeper there. I think I'm pretty clear. Now I'm just going to have a quick feel because I'm not 100% confident around my lips yet. That's a 3 pass shave for me. I just want to have a feel and see how it feels. And yeah, look, there's a bit of hair up here against the grain, but I don't really go against the grain much, to be honest with you, unless I'm using the tar, which gives me a really excellent shave. But what I am going to do, I'm just going to pop a little bit of cream, or a little bit of lather, just there, and I'm just going to finish off now with the carved Christopher Bradley razor. I could have done that with a Shavette, but do you know what, I've got a weeper there, tiny one there, and this side today, which I'm not too worried about. That's mainly because I'm not great with my left hand. Nothing on this side, so happy days. Right. Oh. Brilliant. Rinse the soap out of the brush. Blush. Now this one's pretty easy to clean out because it's not a super dense knot at all. In fact, it's quite sparse in its hair really compared to the rhodium knot. I actually found the 26mm Fanchurian that came out of my That Darn Raw brush to be more dense than this. Well, I think it's a Fanchurian. It just says High Mountain White. It might not be. It's certainly not shaped like this. It's slightly differently shaped, so it's probably a different knot. In fact, I think it is because I think that knot was before, possibly before the Fanchurians were around. Now this knot, I can beat the shit out of it. It never loses any hairs. There's actually a tiny amount of soap left in there, but I'll worry about that later. So let's see, I've got one weeper down there. Right, to the bit that Jack over at the virtual groom room doesn't enjoy. I didn't realise actually how much he sort of loathed this part of putting on alcohol splashes because of the burn, and I don't blame him. It really isn't, in all honesty, a pleasurable experience, but I think it makes you feel alive. Good vibrations, aftershave and cologne. Now, there's the ingredients just down the bottom there, you can see. If you want to pause and have a look, there's not much in it, but what I find with this is it gives a lasting burn because of the alum that's in it. I think that's what it is, to be honest with you. Oh, that scent. One thing I do love about his products is they are just crystal clear. There's nothing, it's so well made. You can see on there, $24.95 past due a discount. This was actually a gift set sent to me from Oive Chapel, Alex Kaplan. Oh, a post shave, brilliant. Right, good splash of this. I love this scent. I love the scent. I love the longevity of it as well. And it's got a good burn. Let's be honest about it. Oh, wow, it's a cracking burn. the menthol, there is menthol in here, I'm sure there is. No, there's no menthol. Whatever it is, cools your skin. So it stings like mad, and you get a constant burn, and while it's burning, it's cool. So figure that one out. While that is absorbing into the skin, there is good stuff in his splashes, which is great. It's not like it's just pure alcohol and fragrance. There is stuff in here that's going to help you. You've got your aloe, seaweed extract, aloe vera, glycerin, you know, it's rose water. It's not just bish bash bosh crap put together just to get a scent going. I mean, that burn is madness, it really is. Probably the same thing Jack gets from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. going to finish off with AP Reserve Essentials Restoration Peptide Concentrate Serum. If anyone had headphones on and now got burst eardrums, I'm sorry. I'm a whistler. Drives everyone in the house nuts. And there we have it. Gonna just mixed it in with some forehead sweat. Yeah, lovely jubbly. Good vibrations from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Fantastic scent, phenomenal soap. Just works an absolute charm. I'll be honest with you, I've actually got quite a bit of redness after that. Just putting the splash on, and then whether you can see it on this side, looks quite red and inflamed, like it's irritating me. But I'm highly confident with the AP Reserve that it will go away. The brush was my Grizzly Bay Joker brush, 26mm Fanchurian knot. Lovely brush, works very well. One thing with these is, these will work with a magnet. The coins that Grizzly Bay use. This one and my That Darn Rob brush do. Wolf Whiskers, Turn and Shave, Craving Shaving, they don't. So if you're looking to use a magnet system, you've got to pick the right brush maker with the right coins that are magnetic. If you get the ones like Leo Frio with a club, like Manchester United, most of them are magnetic as well. So just to give you a heads up if you're looking to magnetise your brush holders. The razor is getting better and better. It is the Feather Artist Club Shavette. It's done a lot of uses, that blade now, and also done a head shave through a lot of growth and did extremely well, and it was very comfortable today. I can't blame the burn on the razor. I think it's been a great shave. Finished off with the carved Christopher Bradley razor in aluminium, and then I finished off with the Good Vibrations and the AP Reserve Essentials, which should soothe my skin and calm it down over the next half an hour to an hour, and I'll be good to go. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.